Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to our Ramadan special video series called Last 10 Inspirations here on Nadia TV with me, Nadia Leona Yunus. We are in day 4 today. I do hope that you have enjoyed the last 3 videos and you have clicked the link in the description below to grab your free ebook called Last 10 Inspirations to help you throughout the last 10 days of Ramadan as well as beyond, inshallah. It's a second edition book that I wrote. It's absolutely free and it's my gift to you. So please do click on the link and get your free ebook copy. Okay, so if you haven't already, and if it's the first time you're listening to this, well, welcome to our Ramadan series, Last 10 Inspirations. How to 10x your Ramadan. How to 10x your Ramadan right now, inshallah, so we can maximize our days and nights in the last 10 days. And reap the full rewards of Ramadan, inshallah. And if you haven't done as much as you wanted to so far, then no problem. We are going to do it right now, inshallah. We're going to 10x it right now. So, first 3 videos, if you haven't watched them, then please do go back and watch those videos. Tips and hints and exercises that you can do for the last 10 nights, 10 days and nights, and as well as some of my tips. And I encourage you to add your own tips in there as well. I encourage you to get yourself a favourite notebook and pen so you can write your notes down. Intention is key, planning is key. Day 2, we looked at taking a Ramadan, taking a social media break, or consciously using less social media so you can have more energy and more focus to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Day 3, we looked at, what was day 3 about? Oh, subhanAllah, I have totally forgotten what day 3 was about. Yes, day 3, subhanAllah, I just remembered. Day 3 was about seclusion with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, itikaf or qiyam. So itikaf is in the full 10 days, men in the masjid and women if there is provision in masjid for women, or qiyam every night, even if it's 1 hour. And how to maximize that 1 hour is by your intention. So I talked to you about that. So please do check out the last 3 videos. This is day 4 and my intention is to bring you 10 short reminder videos in these last 10 days. So please make lots of dua for me that I can bring all these to you, inshallah. So bismillah, let's begin our Ramadan special video series, Last 10 Inspirations, how to 10x your Ramadan right now, inshallah. So we are in day 4 and today I'm going to quickly talk to you about Quran. Quran is for life and not just for Ramadan. Okay, the Quran, the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, was revealed in the month of Ramadan, and many of us, if not all of us, spent a lot of time, mashallah, alhamdulillah, rabbil alameen, studying our Quran, reading, reciting our Quran, trying to finish as much as we can, which is absolutely awesome. But there are some more tips I want to give you to 10x that for you Ramadan as well as beyond, inshallah. Because what happens is that many of us do not refer or turn back to our Quran through the 11 months after Ramadan, and we need to do that. Why? Because the Quran is our ultimate self-help book. And as many of you know, I am a personal peak performance mentor coach, and if many of you are new to me and have no idea who I am, then do click on my bio to read about me. I'm a spiritual, creative and personal peak performance mentor coach with 21 years experience, practical experience, and my background is in law, so and Islamic studies and human rights. So Quran is a topic that I talk about a lot. By the way, I'm a student of knowledge, so no Sheikha or Alima. I'm a student of knowledge who studies the Islamic sciences, practices and implements and teaches in my courses and online webinars, as well as in my classes. I tend to go back to the Quran and Sunnah. So the Quran is our self-help book, and someone like me who is from the personal development world, who loves my personal development, I developed a deep attachment with the Quran from a young age, where I learnt the Quran in Arabic, where I went to an auntie's house to learn. And then at age 14, when I started to practice upon the deen, I started to read my Quran a lot, every single day. And then I think I was about 15 years old when suddenly, whilst reading Quran, I stopped. And I have a deep connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala since childhood, and I always talk to him like he's my bestest friend, and he is my bestest friend in the entire universe. And how I talk to him is I just have general conversations like I'm having with you right now, or like I would have with my friends. And I stopped on one of the verses, and I just stopped and I said, Ya Allah, I know that you're telling me something. I know your Quran, your words are telling me something, but I have no idea what I'm reading and what it's meant, what it means and what it's teaching me. Okay, so obviously I can read Arabic. I can read the Quran. I learned how to read it, but I had no idea what the Quran was actually telling me. So I had a connection with the Quran already, and I loved reading it. Um, and that's when I began the quest to study tafsir. My dad used to bring home a newspaper called the Jung newspaper, and in there it's an Urdu and English newspaper, and in there always used to be a section about Quran and tafsir. And I started to cut those clippings, those paper, those bits out, and I still got it. I'm just looking at my bookshelf over there. I've got a notebook, and I've got all those pieces that I cut out from the newspaper, glued them on there, and I think I started off with Surah Yasin, because that's what it was when I started looking for these in the newspaper. And then I think I was about 15 years old that I went with my mum and my brother to the local Islamic bookstore and got the tafsir of the Quran. And I've read the tafsir of the Quran at least 3 times in English now, and I'm also reading it in Urdu, and I absolutely love it. As well as going to Quran classes or studying online and all the YouTube videos, just like you that I watch as well. And something amazing happens when you start reading the tafsir. And of course, we need to study the Quran in Arabic itself and the meaning because it's so deep. However, because I'm not an Arab myself, and I haven't learned deeply, I haven't done my Islamic studies deeply in Arabic, I've done them in English. Obviously, for me, connecting is with English and then Urdu being my language. But I encourage you to pick up the tafsir in whatever language you feel comfortable in and just delve into it straight away because subhanAllah, it's full. It's a treasure house and it's absolutely full of everything. I mean, all the answers that you have in your life about everything, turn to the Quran because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you may think that there's no answer for your challenges, but there is. That's the amazing part of it. And you know for yourself that every time you read the Quran, um, it's like you're reading it for the first time. And even when you start reading the tafsir, it'll be like you're reading it for the first time. So remember, we talked about intention is a big thing, and everything comes from intention. And we, in a split second, we can make intention to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us on this path and to open the doors of goodness for us. So let's make a dua right now and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the Quran the light of our hearts and souls. Ameen. And let's ask him to open the doors and treasures within it for us. Ameen. And let's also make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us a healing on a complete cellular level, like salvation. Ameen. And Allah has to do that for us. So today's reminder is Quran. Um, do read your Arabic and do, if you want to complete the Quran. I know that many teachers have said that it's not written anywhere that we have to complete the whole Quran in the 30 days. That is completely your choice. I've completed it many times in Ramadan. I had completed the whole Quran because I wanted to, and that was my personal challenge. This year I that I normally do. So I won't be completing the whole 30 chapters, but I'm going to be reading as much as I can, inshallah. So do as much as you can. If that means completing 5 Qurans, that is your challenge personally. Do what you can, inshallah. However, as you're doing that, please grab yourself a tafsir. And in fact, if you read one juz a day, then and there's many different ways to do that because you might think that you know what, I can't read it all in one go. You've got 5 daily prayers. If you read, I think it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If you read, I think two 2 pages after every prayer, you can complete one whole juz, inshallah. So there are ways for you to complete the whole one juz in at least 124 hours, inshallah. But what to do is that if that's the way you want to read one juz, then that's fine because that's how you're going to do it. If you want to do one juz in one sitting, then inshallah do that. But also find time. We have 24 hours in a day, and yes, we can do it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to help us right now because we've made the intention. We've said that we're going to 10x our last 10 nights and 10 days of Ramadan. So ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you and put barakah in your time. And let's ask Allah to put barakah in our time, and I ask Him to put barakah in my time as well. I mean, so we can have at least, even if it's minimum or maximum 30 minutes that we can turn to the tafsir. So whatever, and 30 minutes is almost enough if you're a fast reader to read the tafsir in English. So if you read juz, so we're on the 25 today. So just say you are doing one juz a day, so you're reading the 25th juz, for instance. Then you do that, and then spend 30 minutes reading the English translation of it, and it will really connect you even more to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will connect you to Him anyway. And once we make the intention, we say Bismillah and we ask Allah to open that doors of goodness and treasures for us so we can understand His message. But you can 10x it by reading the tafsir of the same juz that you read today. So do that, inshallah. Um, if you're not a fast reader, then even in English and in Arabic, do 2 pages and you can complete one juz a day. Again, as I said, you choose you what works for you. But basically, what works for you works for you. So whether it's half a juz, one full juz, 2 juz, whatever works for you. But at the same time, open the tafsir of it. And now here's how we 10x it even more. Don't just read that, inshallah. Don't just read the tafsir, do read that, inshallah. Make notes. Make notes of what you've learned, inshallah, okay? Make notes of what you learned and write down research points that you're going to research after Ramadan, inshallah. And of course, get on YouTube, Quran Weekly. They have awesome reminders on the Quran, mashallah. I've always listened to them. That really helps me as well. So these are some of the ways that you can 10x your connection with the Book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala